Hello, sports fans and baseball fans. It's me, Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. Today I've got a game for you of Superstar Baseball. Now, I showed off this game previously, and I will put an end card at the end of the video to that video in case you want to see the game opening. I did like a package opening of the game. Today we're just going to do a playthrough of what I will call Team 3 against Team 4. Superstar Baseball, they don't have teams and seasons. They issue cards of players, superstar players throughout the decades in baseball. And you make your teams based on those cards. You put those cards together into teams. And that is what I did. So we have Team 3 and Team 4 here. I do have a Team 1 and Team 2. You might be wondering why we're not doing Team 1 against Team 2. And that is because I did a game between Team 1 and Team 2 as a practice game so that I could make sure I knew what I was doing before I did this actual game for the channel. So we are going to go through, I'm not going to go through the entire rosters for the teams, but we will go through the lineups and the pitchers as they are on the field. And as you can see right now, we have Christy Mathewson on the field for Team 4, pitching to the Team 3 lineup. And the Team 3 lineup will be Frankie Frisch leading off and playing second base. Shoeless Joe Jackson will bat second and be the right fielder. Lou Gehrig is going to bat third and be the first baseman. Jimmy XX Fox will be the DH, batting fourth. Hank Aaron will bat fifth, and he will be the center fielder today. Rogers Hornsby will bat after him, and he will be the third baseman, followed by Nap LaJoy, the shortstop. Harry Heilmann, the left fielder, and finally Carlton Fisk will catch and bat ninth. Now, if you're wondering why you've got Carlton Fisk and Harry Heilmann and Nap LaJoy batting down at the bottom of the lineup, it's because these guys are all superstars. So, there's, you got to put them somewhere in the lineup, and that's how that happens. So pitching, and like I said, pitching today for Team 4 against this Team 3 lineup will be Christy Mathewson. So again, I'm not going to explain the rules. I'm not going to explain what happened, or maybe only a little bit. The purpose of this video isn't to actually do a walkthrough of how the game is played. It's to play the game and have everyone enjoy watching a game between two teams full of superstars from the past. So with that having been said, Frankie Frisch is the first batter, and that is going to be a 27. I will point out what the dice are. Is the black dice is a tens dice, and then you just add the other two dice together, the two red dice together. So this is a 20, and this is a 7 for a 27. And you refer to the pitcher's card, and if we refer to and you always refer to the pitcher's card first, you refer to the pitcher's card, and 27 is nothing. It's a blank space. So that means we roll again and refer to the batter card. And the batter card is a 24, and 24 on Frankie Frisch is a single. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. He's a right-hander, so it's a ground out. It is set up for versus righty and versus lefty, and so Frankie Frisch versus the right-handed pitcher grounds out. So we will say that that's a 4-3. Now, the one thing the game doesn't do, or at least as far as I understand, it doesn't designate who made the play. So you just make that up, I suppose. Next batter is Joe Jackson. And Joe Jackson, we've got a 30. You can see we've got a 36 here. 30 and then 6. 36 on Christy Mathewson is going to be a flyout. So we'll just say that's a fly out to 8. And yeah, that happened. And so Lou Gehrig is the next batter, number 3 batter. That is a 36, and again, that's a fly out. So we'll say he flew out to left field, and no runs came across for team 3 there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan will be pitching for team 3. Or wait a minute. Team 4. Yeah, he's the pitcher for team 3, and now team 4 is batting. And team 4's lineup will be Ty Cobb leading off and being the DH. Batting second will be Eddie Collins, and he will be the second baseman. Batting third is George Sisler, the first baseman. Orlando Cepeda is batting in the cleanup spot, and he is the left fielder. George Brett will bat fifth and be the third baseman. Batting sixth will be Roberto Clemente, the right fielder. Then Lou Boudreau, the shortstop, bats. Then in the 8th spot, we've got Mickey Cochran, the catcher. And batting ninth will be Ed Roush, and he is going to play center field. So with that having been said, we've got Ty Cobb leading off here against Nolan Ryan, the Express. That is going to be a 31. So 31 on his card is a blank, and that means we roll it again and refer to Ty Cobb's card. Ty Cobb's 30, that is a 36 on Ty Cobb's card. And against a right-hander, it's going to be a ground out. So he grounds out. Eddie Collins is the next batter. And he gets a 15. Now, 15 is a defensive rating. We refer to the defensive rating when you get these DR results off the pitcher's card. The defensive rating for Team 3 is a 22. And they, we refer to the defensive rating card, and 22 is only on 13. Only on 13 would there be an out, and there isn't. So we roll again and we refer to the pitcher's card. Eddie Collins is a 37 on Eddie Collins's card against a righty is going to be a fly out. So he flies out. We'll say to center field. And that brings up George Sisler. And this is how the game is played. I love this game. I do love it. That is going to be an 18. 18 on Nolan Ryan's card is a blank. So we refer to George Sisler's batting card and roll again. That is a 20. 20 is going to be a ground out. So he grounds out. We'll say 5-3 on that one, just to give somebody else a chance. And so the number 3 lineup will be batting again against the number 4 pitcher, the team 4 pitcher, and the team 4 pitcher again is Christy Mathewson. And this time he's going to face Jimmy Fox here in the 2nd inning. That is a 35. So a 35 on Christy Mathewson's card against, it just is a ground out, because the batters are the batters have righty lefty splits, but the pitchers don't. So that is a ground out, and so we'll say that's a 4-3. Hank Aaron is the batter. Hammer and Hank. That is a 34. 34 on Mathewson's card is blank, so we'll roll on Hank Aaron's card. Hank Aaron rolls a 30. 30 on his card is going to be an MS, and we look at the thing here, and that's a sacrifice fly, so really it's just a fly ball. And Rogers Hornsby is up. And Rogers Hornsby, they roll a 27. 27 on Mathewson's card is blank, so that means we refer to Hornsby's card. And that's going to be a 24. 24 on his card against a right-hander, which Mathewson is a single. So that's the first hit of the game. Of course, with these pitchers, you would probably expect that to be the case. So Hornsby gets the first hit of the game, and he is at first base with 2 out and Nat LaJoie up. That is going to be a 33. 33 on Mathewson's card is a strikeout. So he strikes out, and they're out of the, that's the end of the side there. And we will put Nolan Ryan back on the pitcher's mound. And we will go back to the number 4 lineup, the Team 4 lineup. And for Team 4, you've got Orlando Cepeda leading off. That is a 23. 23 on Ryan's card is a strikeout. You can probably expect a lot of those. In fact, I have to give a strikeout to each pitcher now because they both have strikeouts. And that brings up George Brett. And that is a 36. 36 on Ryan's card is a walk, and so here's the guy. I forgot to take him off, but now there is somebody there, and that's George Brett. Also, I want to point out, sometimes there's going to be a manager reading, and there's a manager chart up here to refer to, but I'm just going to make those decisions. I'm not going to refer to the manager chart and let the manager chart make the decisions. I'm going to make the decisions. So, anyway, man aboard with 1 down, and Clemente is the batter. That is a 36. 36 on Ryan's card is a walk. He walks his second batter. So now there's 2 men on. And Lou Boudreau is the batter. Lou Boudreau gets a 33. 33 is going to be blank, so we'll roll it again and refer to his card. 35 on his card is a flyout, and it's just a plain flyout, nobody advancing, no chance of anyone advancing. So that's 2 down. 2 down, and Mickey Cochran is the batter. And that's going to be a 35. 35 is a walk, and so Ryan has walked the bases with 2 down. And that's the 3rd walk that Ryan has issued. And Ed Roush is the batter. That is a 36. That's not good. It's a walk, and so Ryan walks in a run. And it's his 4th walk. Which brings up the top of the order and Ty Cobb. And 35 is again a walk, and he walks in another run. And that brings to the plate Eddie Collins, the second baseman from the Black Sox team. 32 is going to be blank, so we'll roll on Eddie Collins' card. And he comes up with a 24. 24 on Eddie Collins' card against a righty is a single, and it's a 1A. 1A is single, all runners advance 2 bases. So not good for Ryan. Not good at all. Let's see. We had, that run must have scored. And then a single for Collins, which scores Roush, I believe. And puts Cobb over at 3rd base. And George Sisler is the batter. And he gets there, they roll a 25. 25 on Ryan's card is a fly out, and it's just a plain fly out, and so he's out. Sisler flies out, we'll say to 8. But Team 4 gets themselves 4 runs off of Ryan. So it's already not very good, to say the least. And we will bring Christy Mathewson back out, put him on the mound. And the batter for Team 3 here is going to be Harry Heilmann leading off in the top of the 3rd inning. And that's going to be a 36. 36 on his card is a fly out. So he's going to be out to the center fielder. Carlton Fisk is the batter. That is a 22. 22 on Mathewson's card is blank, so we'll roll on Carlton Fisk's card. That is a 39. 39 on Carlton Fisk's card against a righty is a strikeout. So Mathewson strikes out his second batter. And that brings Frankie Frisch to the plate, back to the top of the order. That is a 30. 30 on Mathewson's card is blank, so we will roll on the batter's card. That is a 24. 24 on Frisch's card is a ground out. So he grounds out. We will say 6-3. And no runs come across for team number 3, who is in dire straits right now. We're going to send Nolan Ryan back out to the mound, but we'll see what happens with that. Orlando Cepeda is the batter, I believe. Yes, here in the bottom of the 3rd. That is going to be a 17. 17 on Ryan's card is blank, so we roll on Cepeda's card. We get a 25 roll, and a 25 roll on Cepeda's card is a single. So Orlando Cepeda leads off the 3rd inning with a single. Ryan in a lot of trouble here. George Brett, the batter, that is a 15. 15 is a defensive rating. We've already said that their defensive rating is a 22, and 22 does not have an automatic out, so because it's not a 13, it's a 15. So we will roll on George Brett's card, batting card. That's not going to be good news. That's a 16. 16 is against a righty. It's an error. And again, it doesn't specify who the error is on, so I'll just give it to the 3rd baseman. I mean, I'm sure they're really happy about that, but anyway, we'll call it an E5, and you've got 2 runners on with nobody out and Roberto Clemente up. That is a 33. 33 on Ryan's card is blank, so we refer to Clemente's card and roll again, and it's a 31. 31 on Clemente's card against a righty is a double play. So the runner will move to 3rd, and there's 2 outs. And maybe Ryan will get out of this mess with Lou Boudreau at the plate. And that is a 13. 13 is going to be a defensive rating. They are a 22, but a 22 defensive rating does have an automatic out at just the 13, and so it is an out. And we'll just call it a line out to 6. That is how Kurt Bergland does it. If he gets an automatic out like that from a defensive rating, I believe what he does is he just calls it a line out or a pop out. And so we will follow that rule of thumb as well. Sending Christy Mathewson back out to the mound with Team 3's lineup coming up. Team 4 got no runs in the 3rd. We go to the top of the 4th inning. And that's going to be Joe Jackson. Shoeless Joe Jackson will be the batter, I believe. Wait a minute. We've got Team 3 here. No, it's going to be Lou Gehrig. Jackson was the last out last inning. So Lou Gehrig is going to be... Oh, wait a minute. No, it is. It is Joe Jackson. I've recorded something in the wrong place, so that's what happened there. So Joe Jackson is the batter. And that is a 31. 31 on Mathewson's card is a blank. That means we roll on Jackson's card. And Jackson gets a 25. 25 on Jackson's card against a righty is an MS. That is a sacrifice fly. So he is just out, and we'll call him out to 7, fly out to 7, which now brings up Lou Gehrig with 1 down. That is a 37. 37 on his card is a fly out. We'll call that fly out to 8. And Jimmy Fox is the batter, and that is a 33. 33 on Mathewson's card is a strikeout. So Mathewson gets another strikeout. The team 3 gets no runs again in the 4th. We're going to send Ryan back out there. I'm going to send him back out. We are definitely doing that. Mickey Cochran will bat for team 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. That is a 38. 38 is an X chart. Okay, this is the first time an X chart has come up. But really, the X chart is just for a pass ball or a wild pitch or a balk, none of which is going to do anything, so we'll just re-roll it again because there's nobody on base. And those are the only options. That's the only thing that can happen is a wild pitch, a hit by pitch. Oh, wait a minute, we can do a hit by, all right, a hit by pitch could happen. So we'll go 34. 34 on that chart is a wild pitch. So we're just going to re-roll it again for Cochran. That is a 32. 32 on his card is blank. So we roll on Cochran's card. And that's going to be an 11. 11 on Cochran's card against a righty is a triple. Wow. Mickey Cochran ripping a triple. So there is a man at third with nobody out, and Ed Roush out. And that is going to be a 33. 33 on Ryan's card is a blank. We roll on Roush's card then. That is a 28. 28 on Roush's card is against a righty going to be another triple. Back-to-back triples. That is really out of this universe. And that's going to be it. I didn't say anybody was warming up, but that's going to be it for Ryan. So he's going to go 3 innings, basically, just 3. We'll call it 3+. And we'll go get someone else for team 3 to pitch. Preferably a reliever. They don't have a lot of relievers, though. We will go with Hoyt Wilhelm. Hoyt Wilhelm can pitch a lot of innings. That dude pitched a lot of innings. So we're going to go with Hoyt Wilhelm as his to relieve him. And team 4's batter is going to be Ty Cobb. So we're back at the top of the order for Ty Cobb, or for team 4, with a man 90 feet away. And that is going to be a 33. 33 on Wilhelm's card is a strikeout. So he strikes out Cobb. That's his first strikeout. And Eddie Collins is the batter, the second baseman. That's a 34. 34 is a blank, so we'll roll on Collins' card. That is a 37. 37 on Collins' card against a right-handed pitcher is a flyout. And it's an FM, so let's see what that does. Flyout, runner on third may use manager's decision option to come home while other runners hold. And that is Ty Cobb's, or wait, no, it's Ed Roush. That is Ed Roush. And let's see what he is running. So this is the first time I've had to do this. He is a running A or 3. So let's see. Pitcher's legend, batter's legend, So an A, manager's decision, base running ratings, okay. So he is Roush is a 3 runner, and a 3 runner will roll the dice. That is a 33, and 33 is blank, but I don't know what that means. I forgot what that means. I'm going to say he doesn't advance. We'll just say he doesn't advance. That's the first time I'm going to have to check on that. But anyway, Collins flies out, and that is the second out. So that we'll say flew out there to 8, and George Sisler is the batter. That is a 23. 23 is a strikeout. Wilhelm strikes him out. That is the second strikeout for Wilhelm, but another run scores for Team 4, and they now have a 5-0 lead. Might have been 6, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm just learning this game, but anyway. Christy Mathewson definitely going back out for Team 4 to pitch. Team 3 lineup is at Hank Aaron, I believe, and it is. That is a 35. 35 on his card is a ground out. So Hank Aaron grounds out. We'll say 6-3. Which brings up Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby gets a 36. That is a fly out. So we'll call that 9. We haven't done a 9 yet. And Nap LaJoy. Nap LaJoy gets a 33. 33 on the pitcher's card is a strikeout. So LaJoy strikes out. That is 3 strikeouts on the day for Mathewson. No, wait, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. That's his 4th strikeout. And we will put Hoyt Wilhelm back out on the pitcher's mound. And the Team 4 lineup will bat. Team 3 got nothing in the 5th, so we go to the bottom of the 5th with the score 5-0 Team 4, and George Sisler is Cepeda. Cepeda is the batter for Team 4. That is a 34. 34 on the pitcher's card is blank, so we'll roll and get Cepeda's result. That is a 24. 24 against a righty is a single. So that was Cepeda with a single. Man aboard, no outs, and George Brett is the batter. That is a 27. 27 on his card is blank, so we'll roll and refer to Brett's card. That is a 19. 19 against a righty is a single, and that's a 1A. 1A is a single, runners advance 2 bases. So runners are at the corners. Runners at the corners, no out, and Roberto Clemente is up. That is a 32. 32 on the pitcher card is a blank. We'll refer to Roberto Clemente's card. And it is a 31 on his card. 31 is a double play. There were no outs, though, and the infield was not in, so the run scores on the double play. which brings up Lou Boudreau. And he gets a 38. 38 is an X chart. We'll roll the X chart. That is a 21, no, 23, 23. Gotta go back to my math. That's a pass ball, so we'll just roll it again. On Boudreau's card, 35. 35 on his card is a fly out. We'll say he flies out to 7, and they get 1 run in the 5th, and it's a commanding lead for Team 4. They have a 6-0 lead, and we're going to the top of the 6th. Christy Mathewson back out to the mound for Team 4. The Team 3 lineup trying to get something. They're trying to scratch something together here. They have Heilmann out. He gets that's a 35 roll, which is a ground out. So Heilmann goes, we'll say 4-3. And Carlton Fisk, the catcher, is up. That is a 16. 16 is a blank. So we'll roll on Fisk's card. He gets a 34. And that's going to be against a righty. That's going to be a strikeout. Mathewson with his 5th strikeout of the game. And Frankie Frisch is the batter. That is a 34. 34 is a blank, so we'll roll on Frisch's card. That is a 24. 24 is a ground out against a righty for Frisch. We'll say he goes 4-3, and we will send Hoyt Wilhelm out again against the Team 4 lineup. The Team 3 got nothing in the 6th, so we're in the bottom of the 6th. And that is going to be a 34. 34 for Mickey Cochran. On the pitcher card, it's a nothing, so we're going to roll on Mickey Cochran's card. That is a 27. And against a righty, that's a walk. What's happening here is that I guess the lower rolls are, the lower numbers are on batters' cards are hits. And Team 4 is getting all of those, while when I roll on the Team 3 batter cards, they get the higher numbers, and so they're out. Anyway, that brings up Ed Rausch. That is a 28. 28 is going to be a walk. So now we got 2 runners on, both walked. And Ty Cobb back to the top of the order with Ty Cobb, and that's a 31. 31 is a blank. We'll roll on Ty Cobb's card. That is a 34. 34 is a 1A, which is a single runners advance 2 bases. So a run scores, runners are at the corners. And Eddie Collins is the batter. That is a 29. 29 on the pitcher card is a blank, so we will roll on the batter's card. And that is a 36. 36 is going to be an SF. That is a sacrifice fly, batter out, runner on third scores. If less than 2 outs, other runners hold. So he scores, and there is less than 2 outs, so the other runner holds. But that is a sac fly, and another run comes in. And George Sisler is the batter. That is a 13. 13 is a DR, and that's defensive rating. Defensive rating for Team 3 is 22. And I think that that is an automatic out. So we'll say that that's a line out to 6. And Orlando Cepeda's up. That is a 32. 32 on his card is a blank. We roll on Cepeda's card. That is a 35. 35 is a double play. So, and really, it wasn't. It's just a ground out. We'll say 6-3. Christy Mathewson, who has been dominant this game, is back out to the mound. Team 3's lineup will lead off with Joe Jackson. And we are, what did they get? 2 runs in the 6th? They did. So the score is 4-6-8-0. Top of the 7th, Joe Jackson against Christy Mathewson. 34 is going to be a blank, so we roll on Jackson's card. That's a 35. Again, it's a high number, but it's a single. It's still a single for him. Jackson getting a hit, and he's aboard with no outs. Lou Gehrig is the batter. 31. 31 is a blank. We'll roll on Lou Gehrig's card. That is a 25. 25 is a blank. Oh, wait a minute. 25 on Lou Gehrig's card is against a righty. It's a single. Runners advance 2 bases. So runners are at the corners. Maybe Team 3 can break through here and score a run or 2. Jimmy Fox is up. That's a 34. 34 is blank. We roll on Fox's card. That is a 12. 12 on Fox's card. Against a righty is a home run. So he hits a 3-run homer off Mathewson. And that's the first time they've been able to touch Mathewson at all. And it's a big touch. And that brings Hank Aaron to the plate. Hank Aaron gets a 32. That is a blank, so we'll refer to Aaron's card. 34 on Aaron's card is a fly ball against a righty. Which brings up Rogers Hornsby. That is a 28. 28 on the pitcher's card is a strikeout. So they get 2 quick outs after getting 3 men on and a home run. And Nap LaJoy is the hitter. That's a 34. 34 on the pitcher's card is blank. We roll and look at Nap LaJoy. That is a 25. 25 is a ground out against a righty. Call it 6-3, but they do get 3 runs. And so now the score is 8-3, bottom of the 7th. And we're going to put up a new Team 3 pitcher. And that's going to be Elroy Face. So Elroy Face comes in. Wilhelm, let's see, came in the 3rd. Or in the 4th. And he pitched 1, 2, 3, 4 complete innings. So Elroy Face is the new batter, or the new pitcher for Team 3. And the Team 4 lineup is at George Brett currently. Yes, it is. Bottom of the 7th. And that is a 22. 22 on Face's card is a ground out. So Brett goes, we'll say 5-3. And Clemente is the batter. That is a 32. 32 is a blank, so we'll refer to Clemente's card. That's a 37 on his card, and that's going to be a ground out. Call that 6-3, and there's 2 down quickly with Boudreau up. That is a 25. 25 is blank, so we'll roll on Boudreau's card. That is a 30. 30 on Boudreau is a ground out. So they get no runs. They go very quickly in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. So let's see if they can come back here. I think Team 4 is going to take Mathewson out after 7. So he goes 7 innings. And we'll go find another pitcher. Now, they may not have a reliever, and then in that case, we would just use the starting pitcher rating of whoever we put in. And they don't. So, I mean, they only have so many relievers. So, we will put in as a reliever. God, there's nobody's even close to being a reliever. We're going to put in Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford will come on in relief for Team 4. And the Team 3 lineup is going to be Heilmann here in the 8th, top of the 8th. As a 23. 23 on Whitey Ford's card is blank, so we will refer to Harry Heilmann. And that is a 32. 32 on Heilmann's card against a lefty is a flyout. One down, and Carlton Fisk is the batter. That is a 35. 35 is a blank on Whitey Ford's card, so we'll refer to Fisk's. But that's a 33, pretty high number, and that is going to be a flyout. So with 2 down, we go to Frankie Frisch. 32. 32 is a strikeout. So Ford strikes out. Frankie Frisch. And we'll send Face back out there to face the Team 4 lineup. They get Team 3 got no runs in the 8th, so they still trail in this game 8-3 with Mickey Cochran up. And that's a 24. 24 is a blank, so we will roll on Cochran's card. That is a 33, and 33 is going to be a flyout. Ed Roush is up. That is a 21. 21 on the pitcher's card is blank, so we will roll on Ed Roush's card for a result. That is a 39. 39 is against a right. Is this a righty? That's a triple. Ed Roush ripping a triple just out of nowhere. Runner 90 feet away with Ty Cobb up. And that is a 15. 15 is the defensive rating. Defensive rating for Team 3 is 22. That is a 14, so it's going to be, we're going to have to refer to the batter's card, Ty Cobb, and that's a 23. And that is going to be a single and score the run. So the score is now 9-3. This Team 4 is great. Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins gets a 34. 34 on the pitcher's card is blank, so we'll roll on Eddie Collins' card. That is a 30. 32. 32 on his card is a ground out plus. Ground out plus is ground out batter and all runners advance one base. Or batter out, all runners advance one base. Okay, so that was a fielder's choice. That moves Cobb over to second. And there's one down for George Sisler. That is a 34. 34 is a blank, so we'll refer to George Sisler's card. That is a 33. 33 on his card against a righty is a ground out. And let's see, ground out, just a G. Ground out force. Okay, we will consult with the, let's see, runner on second or third, or second and third. Batter is out, runners hold. Okay. So that we'll say was 6-3. And Orlando Cepeda is the batter. That is a 25. 25 is a blank. We will refer to Cepeda's card. That is a 37. 37 on his card is a strikeout. And that is a strikeout for Elroy Face, his first, I believe, of the game. That brings it all down to Team 3 here. They got a run, though. Team 4 got a run in the bottom of the 8th. So they now lead it 9-3. So we need 6 runs off of Whitey Ford, which seems really unlikely, if I do say so myself. And that will bring up Frankie Frisch. He's the first batter. That is a 14. 14 is a defensive rating. Defensive rating of Team 4 is a 60. So they had a much better defensive rating. And we can see from a 60 that 11, 13, or 14 would be outs. And this was a 14, so that is an out. So, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What happened here? We're in the 9th. We're in the 9th. Team 3 batting in the 9th, Frankie Frisch. No, not Frankie Frisch. It's Joe Jackson. And so Joe Jackson was out. We'll say line out to 6. Lou Gehrig is out. That is a 15. 15 is another defensive rating. He's a 60. That's a 15. I think we just looked at this. It isn't an out, so we'll roll on Gehrig's card. That is a 26. 26 on Gehrig's card is a single. So Lou Gehrig is trying to keep things alive here for Team 3. Jimmy Fox is up. That's a 36. 36 is a blank, so we will roll on Jimmy Fox's card. That is a 23. And so now they decide they want to get against a... Oh, that's a lefty, though. He strikes out. So Jimmy Fox gets K'd by Ford. And there's 2 down with a man at first and Hank Aaron up. Hammer and Hank. That's a 31. 31 is a walk. They walk Hank Aaron. That's a walk for Ford. And brings to the plate Rogers Hornsby. That is a 37. 37 is a flyout, and that will be the game. And so the final score is Team 4, the home team, 9, and Team 3, the visiting team, 3. Final score is 9-3. Your winning pitcher is Christy Mathewson, and the losing pitcher is the Express Nolan Ryan. And that is it for me, Bob Zalke, Sportsman Z, signing off.